Greetings from WBCS New. Please subscribe, share and like if you don't mind, that would be great. I'm just starting off, as you can tell by the really crappy desk and stuff like that. Ooh, hello. Right, so this is obviously a follow-up. I was going to do a 1 week follow-up, and I ended up getting caught in work and other commitments, so I didn't get around to it. So here I am 2 weeks later. So I'm going to run through other stuff as well, which I didn't cover in the initial review sort of thing, because I just wanted to get a feel of the cube and see what it was all about. So that was like the main thing, have a feel of the cube and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll run with the result of the cube and what I've found after 2 weeks of playing with it, setting it up and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. So first off, the cube itself, after 2 weeks, and now that I've got used to it and stuff, it is unbelievable. Look at that. Notice the GAN logo is the right way when you open it. It's magic. It doesn't matter which way you put it, it always comes up there. Honest, trust me. Didn't take any retakes at all. So as I said on the previous, the original review, out of the box it was just phenomenal. I was like, whoa, go and get one. 2 weeks on, however, I have to say, go and get one. It's phenomenal. Now, obviously I've set this up, I've lubed it myself after 2 weeks of playing with it. So it's and I've got it set up just so nice for me. I'll tell you what my setup is in a second. Even after 2 weeks, it is vastly improved my my turning skills, as it were, or at least helped them along a bit. Maybe it's because the cube's not as heavy as my GTS 3 M. That was significantly heavier than what this is. But now that I've got used to the weight of this and not feeling like it's going to float into space, I just found it. It is just nice. It just flows. Everything flows with it. It doesn't really give me any bother at all, unless I forget the algorithm, which happens quite a lot. Saying out. Generally, as a rule, this is a definite purchase if you are looking to get a cube that you can completely customize yourself. It's worth the money. Okay, I know they're about what, 50 UK quid or something like that, around that price by the time you order it and stuff. Obviously Cube sent this one to us, so which is nice of them, which is really cool. Cubes UK, link is above. Ooh, I always forget where it is on this camera. There it is. Really good, and they get stuff out here quite quick. Anyway, so ease of use, out the box, 10 out of 10. No problem at all. Ease of use after 2 weeks, 10 out of 10. Customization, 10 out of 10. Customization on this is so easy to do. I would say probably ease of getting access to adjust, maybe it's 9 out of 10, because these caps, unless you've got fingernails, do not come off easy. However, in the box you do get a little screwdriver, okay, and that's supposed to be for adjusting these little switches here. See that little switch there? If you take the end off and you can click that across, that's what the screwdriver is technically for. However, you could also use a screwdriver for popping the center caps off, which is not a bad thing, the fact that it does take a bit of pulling to get these off, because the amount of people I've heard on other types of cubes where they've dropped the cube and the center caps popped off or something like that and haven't noticed and have put it in their pocket, then realised, you know, when they got home, oh dear, I haven't got a center cap. It's very hard to get these off, but I'm glad, because it means you're not going to be thinking. With my GTS 3, for example, they're not locked in, so you could very easily eventually lose them. I was always sort of pushing my center caps on my GTS 3. It just felt like they were going to come off at some point, so it was like habit that I pushed them back on. And this one, I don't feel like I have to do that. I can just pull it out of the box. I've dropped it a couple of times, and I've never felt like I needed to check the caps are still on, which is a good thing. I know Brody the Cuber was he doesn't have any fingernails, so I've got a little bit of fingernail at the minute, so I can get in here and I can pop it, but it does take some pulling off to get these off. as you can see, they don't want to come off. You know, it feels like you're actually going to rip the cube apart before you pull them off. So I would highly recommend the screwdriver and just pop the corner that you get with it. That would be the best way if you haven't got any fingernails at all, or if you want to keep your fingers from breaking. You can see how hard that was to get it off. Well, I've got the cap off. As you can see there, it is no screwing at all. It's like a full plastic star-like system in it, and it's so easy to strip, to adjust. Just for the reference, I am using dark blues on number 4. I am using tension 2 click, or it would be number 3 if you were to go off the reference, but it's from the bottom, 2 clicks from bottom or reset, and that just gives me what I want. As you can see, these center caps, they do take, you can hear that click, that is a lock, that is not coming off in a hurry, and that is just ideal for me. It's fast, but it's not too fast. I found on the reset, for example, was just a little bit too flighty for me, and I found 3 clicks in, or number 4, just a little bit too tight for me, for my usage. Corners I have got on the center magnets, I should say, I have got on full strength, and I've also swapped over to the hexagon magnets. Again, that was such an easy job. It took us like 2 minutes to swap them over. It was unbelievable how easy it is to adjust this cube, test it, reattest it, strip it. It takes nothing. You can take the blue lock off here, literally lift the whole center, this whole section off, and you've got full access to the cube, and you just need to pop out the pairs, which will stick together in magnets, so you can take them out and put them on one side and slot them back in when you're finished. Lube the whole thing up and go. It takes no time and no effort to do it, unlike the GTS 3M, which has obviously got a screw tensioner in the center and stuff there for the spring. And obviously you've got the multi adjust just like this has. But I found screw tensioning is a very old hat way of doing things, and a lot of manufacturers will probably duplicate how this works if they haven't already done it. It's just a much nicer and more efficient way of quickly adjusting stuff, and you're not having to count quarter turns or half turns or anything like that. You just count clicks, or you're looking at the number on, you've got the dial set to on these. In this case, you've actually got numbers. You can go, right, that's 4, that's 3, unlock, and it takes it apart. It's great. It is an all-round great cube. Value for money. I would say it's worth it if you have the money to burn on a really fancy cube. Yes, definitely. I would have a few more of these for like my charity events. I would quite happy trade in my GTS 3Ms for these straight away. No problem, no question asked. Don't get us wrong, the GTS 3M is still a fantastic cube, but compared to how easy this thing turns and how light it is, it's something. I'll dig it out every now and again and I'll have a twiddle with it just to remind us where I've come from. But yes, fantastic cube. What else can I say about it really? The feel of this one's not the UV coated one, it's not the rubbery neoprene version. This is the standard cube, and to be fair, I don't see why anybody would want to do UV treatment or thingy. It's a beautiful cube as it is. I wouldn't bother with the other stuff. That's great. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing with the neoprene one to see what the whole feel of it feels like. A nice rubbery cube. I am using, forgot to mention, I am using 150 weight oil on this, full synthetic shock oil basically from RC supplier, and that is fantastic. And I re-lube it probably once a week, once a fortnight. I did a full lube just the other day for the cores and stuff out, and it's slick as out. It's really good. Has it made me a better cuber? Yes, it's made me a more confident cuber, I would say, because I'm not overthinking what I'm doing in my turns. I'm so relaxed with this cube compared with the GTS, where I'm, like I say, it's a lot of weight and you feel like you're having to push a lot, but this one pushes through the corners, so it takes away that extra effort to do a turn. So it does make you turning better, I would say, more efficiently as well, and it just makes you more confident to do stuff a little bit quicker. So yeah, your times probably will improve with a cube like this, or any cube that has core magnets basically, which will be the next step for pretty much every manufacturer. I would say now is every cube now will have core magnets in, because it makes so much difference to a cube. So yes, definitely, I would definitely have a few more of these if I was doing charity events and I wanted to get some better times on them. I'll show you some of the bits. There's plenty of videos out there with the kit. This is your magnet set. So obviously I've got the weaker magnets here, which are the triangular ones. I've got the other adjusters here, which were the original ones that were in the cube. Obviously I've got the dark blue ones. And this is your adjuster thing for adjusting the actual tensions. Okay, that's quite neat. You don't have to take these off, but it is easier because these slide all over the place. If you lift this up, they just literally slide off. This is just a way of holding these together so they're not flopping around everywhere. The core magnet switch over, that was a doddle. It is literally 60-degree turn, unlock, put the other one in 60-degree the other way, locked in, put it all back together and play with it. It took a couple of minutes just to do that. So yeah, you get, ironically I thought, oh, I've got a good nice little carrying case. Then I pulled the box apart and obviously found a nice carrying pouch, so you can either have a pouch to carry it in, like a soft pouch. I like this. People look at you strange when you pull this out of your pocket and sort of go, hey, look what I've got. Oh look, it didn't go the right way, I'm gutted. But yeah, you've got a soft pouch if you just want something quick to put it in. That's great. This is ideal. It just gives you that little extra bit of protection if you did drop it. The pouch might bounce a little bit, but this at least will take the brunt of whatever shock it gets. It would be a shame to break the case, but it's a good little carrier. It keeps all the dust off it, so when you're not using it, instead of digging this out every time, you just pop it in there and shut the lid. Keeps the dust off it, keeps it clean. Other than that, you do get, let's have a look here, you've got solutions on how to do stuff, as usual with like GAN and Muyu and stuff like that. You always get like a cheat sheet, as it were, to try to solve it. It's in funny languages, so work it out and it'll be fun. And also, obviously, like I said, you do get a screwdriver with this one for adjustments, which makes life a lot easier, because unless you've got really good fingernails with pointy edges, you've got no chance of adjusting the core magnets, but this makes life much easier. It's even got a condom, look, to keep it safe. Yeah, when in doubt, don't be a fool, put a condom on your tool. Okay, so there you go. But yeah, great. Like I say, I don't think it's meant to be used for the center caps, but it is a good little tool for popping the center caps on it. Okay, the price I actually did use it for that idea, but hey ho. And also you get this nice little booklet here, which is basically the full-on, if you want to read it and go through all the stages, tells you exactly how to adjust everything, the core, how to change the magnet over, and it also has this nice little graph here, which you can see here, which tells you like how to adjust it in regards to like the tension and the slackness of the cube and stuff like that, and corner cutting and things like that. It goes into all great depth and how to change core magnets and stuff. Fantastic little thing. I had a good read of that when I was mucking about, because I didn't want to break my cube on the first day of altering it. So other than that, hey ho, you do get other cards. I scanned these. I think one's like a warranty thing, and you get access to certain stuff. So yeah. Other than that, that's it. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Definitely would recommend a 11M Pro. It's like, which one would you prefer if you could get more of them? Yeah, I have gone GAN basically, and I used to be a Muyu fan, like it was going out of fashion basically. But now I just can't stop putting this thing. I cannot put it down. I've got to keep on twiddling with it every so often. Just whenever I am or where I am, I've just got to pop it out and have a quick twiddle of the cube, because it's just one of those things. It's just such a nice cube all round. They've got the weight right. Hell, if they could get it lighter, it would be like paper, you know. And the magnets, when you set it up right for your style, wow, it's a completely different cube. to anything else you've probably played with. Obviously, I would imagine like the GAN XS probably comes close to it and stuff like that, because it's basically the next sort of step up from that, I would say, or at least a near and rival to it. But yeah, so there you go. That's my verdict. Definitely would if I was a beginner. Even I would get one of these if I was a beginner. To be fair, if someone said you really want one of those, if you're going to keep on at it, because it's going to last you. It's a nice long-lasting cube as long as you keep it nice and lubed up. It's not going to break easy. I would imagine, and I would hazard a guess, that you can get the parts to it really easily. So replacement parts, no problem at all. Yeah, that's it. So I hope that's opened your eyes a little bit. Other than that, I shall catch you again, and keep cubing, people.